Immediately after that, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev moved directly from high-level bilateral diplomacy into a broader regional agenda in Turkestan, where the informal summit of the Organization of Turkic States was taking place. There, the president met with Abdullah Al-Mandous, head of the World Meteorological Organization, to discuss climate policy, water security, and the development of meteorological infrastructure. Particular attention was given to the artificial rain enhancement project in the Turkestan region, which Kazakhstan is implementing jointly with the UAE National Center of Meteorology. Tokayev also toured Turkestan's new mosque together with Shavkat Mirziyoyev, a landmark presented by the Uzbek leader as a symbol of spiritual unity and brotherly ties between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. The diplomatic day culminated at the OTS summit itself, where member states signed the Turkestan Declaration, and Kazakhstan put forward one of the most ambitious digital agendas in the organization's history, all against the backdrop of a combined Turkic GDP that has now surpassed $2.4 trillion. Almir Amirov followed the full agenda.
Turkestan was chosen as the summit venue deliberately. The city is considered one of the foremost spiritual and historical centers of the Turkic world. It was in the shadow of the UNESCO-listed Yasawi Mausoleum that the heads of state gathered for an informal session of the OTS. The main themes of the meeting were artificial intelligence, digital development, and the strengthening of regional cooperation. But before the agenda turned to the future, the leaders paused to reflect on the civilization roots that bind them. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev described Turkestan as the organization's historical center and spiritual pillar. That's why he announced that the center of Turkic civilization will be established in Turkestan itself. He framed it as a shared obligation to preserve and transmit the historical and cultural heritage of the Turkic states to future generations.
Recently, the Turkic Academy published an 8-volume terminological dictionary in English, Russian, and Turkic languages. This work will contribute to the unification of terminology and strengthen the common scientific space. In this regard, I propose establishing an interstate terminology commission, which would include representatives of relevant institutions and scientific experts from the member states of the Council.
To preserve the shared cultural heritage of the Turkic world, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev proposed the creation of an AI-powered platform dedicated to the history, culture, and traditions of Turkic people. He also called for the development of a common terminological base for Turkic languages. But alongside civilization heritage, the agenda moved sharply to frontier of technology. Tokayev reminded leaders that Kazakhstan has declared 2026 the year of digitalization and artificial intelligence. On that foundation, Kazakhstan's president put a collective proposal forward. He called for the creation of a joint center of IT hubs of the Turkic states.
Mutual exchange of experience, joint training of specialists, and the introduction of advanced technologies are extremely important. Therefore, I propose creating a network of artificial intelligence centers among the Turkic countries.
The digital agenda extended beyond infrastructure into human capital. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev announced plans to open a new specialized institution in Kazakhstan, an artificial intelligence university, and declared that the country would allocate dedicated grants for citizens of Turkic states to study there. He also proposed creating a network of AI centers across member countries and launching a science and technology Olympiad for Turkic youth in the fields of programming, AI, and advanced technologies.
We are also planning to open a new format technological educational institution in Kazakhstan, an artificial intelligence university. We are ready to allocate special grants for citizens of Turkic states to study at this higher education institution.
Tokayev's proposals moved further still into practical architecture of a deeper digital union. He called for member states to work jointly toward the mutual recognition of electronic documents and digital signatures across the OTS bloc, a step that would directly reduce friction in trade and economic interaction. Kazakhstan has already introduced a golden visa for foreign entrepreneurs, investors, and qualified specialists, with holders receiving access to state and financial services on equal terms with Kazakhstan citizens, reinforcing the country's ambition to become the regional leading digital hub. Tokayev also proposed the launch of joint Turkic space programs.
The space industry is one of the key factors contributing to the competitiveness of the Turkic states. The scientific, technological, and financial potential of our countries is sufficient for the systematic development of this sector. In particular, it is necessary to implement joint projects in satellite communications, navigation, and monitoring systems. This will strengthen our integration, reinforce our technological independence, and boost innovation.
The summit concluded with the signing of the Turkestan Declaration and a visit to one of the greatest spiritual and historical landmarks of the Turkic world, the mausoleum of Hoca Ahmet Yasawi. The heads of state paid tribute to the renowned philosopher and spiritual mentor to Hoca Ahmet Yasawi, as well as other prominent figures laid to rest at the site. During the visit, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan presented the mausoleum with the handwritten Quran created by renowned Ottoman calligrapher Ahmet Şemseddin Karaksari. Almir Amirov, New Time.